So this is my first YouTube video, and we're going to talk about in-ear monitor systems. So if you're watching this video, you probably watched a ton of videos on IEM systems, but if you don't know what an IEM system is, basically what it is where an artist or a band can have individual mixes that either a mixing engineer will edit for you or you do it yourself and it's set and done. My band wanted to do that, and that's exactly what we did. So for my band's IEM build, we wanted to build something very compact, very easy to use, and as affordable as possible, with this stuff being really expensive, but also as professional as possible while keeping the price tag down. So I based my IEM system off of Dragged Under setup, which they have toured the US, they have also toured Europe, and currently while you're watching this video, I'll be on tour doing sound and lighting for them. Fluff has made a lot of videos about his IEM setup from what it was to what it is now. So if you haven't watched those videos, I'll have the links in the description so you can totally check them out. But let's get back to this build. So we feed our mixes as a mono signal, so everything is centered in our in-ears, hence why we only need 3 of the G4 units by Sennheiser, which they can do stereo or mono mixes, and these mono mixes, they're perfectly fine. It feels like I'm playing just to the record. Now you're probably wondering, how do we hear everything? So with the combination of the Sennheisers and the StudioLive 16R by Presonus, that's how we hear everything. But we do split the signal before it reaches our in-ears. So anything that goes to front of house is completely separate from what we do in our in-ears. So if I change an EQ, a level, it won't affect our mix out there. So the great thing about this StudioLive 16R is that we have all of our phones connected to it, so then everyone can change their mix on the fly if they wanted to. And also it's super compact, only taking 1U space, which most mixers that I've seen that are in builds take about 3. So my band wanted to make this IEM system an all-in-one unit, so it runs everything. It has our vocal mic, has our both of our guitars, our bass, and then that goes into the Quad Cortex by Neuro DSP, which changes our tunings, and it also changes our tones. So then we don't have to press anything on the floor. It's just a clean stage once we press play on our MacBook. And you may be asking what happens if the MacBook fails. Well, everyone in our band has a MacBook, so we have a backup, so everything's fine. So then I wanted to go a step further with this build, and I got myself a Dmxis by Enttec from Sweetwater. I thought this was the best unit because it came with software and it was pretty easy to use to sync lights to it, and we bring our own lights to each show, and it's perfectly synced with the song. So once we play the MacBook and play with our backtracks and everything, we're able to have our guitar tones changed and tuning, as well as changing the lights with the song. And for all of you that are curious, I will be making more videos on 1, building this IEM, and then 2, doing lighting, and then the MIDI programming with the Quad Cortex, which I've also done it with the Helix, Axifex, and the Kemper. So it's perfectly workable on all those type of units. So if you're wanting to build this IEM yourself, feel free to message me if you have any questions, and I'll also help you guys out design something if I have the time to do so. But if you're gonna buy anything at the moment and base it off of mine or something like that, I'm gonna have Ryan's affiliate link down below, just because he helped me out a lot with his YouTube channel on all of his videos for the IEM, and that's how I designed my own. So I think you guys will probably design your own, and feel free to check out his videos again, and then also Gear Gods. He had a great video about his IEM, and that's how I got sort of the MIDI kind of trick. Again, all links down below. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and have a good one.